Hello and welcome to Herald TV News at 3 with me, Tasleem. A major power failure has been reported in Vasco after Indian Oil Adani gas pipeline contractor damaged underground electricity cables, leaving areas of Sada, Bogda, Baina and Mangor in darkness. The areas were in darkness for over 5 hours on Thursday. Electricity Department Assistant Engineer Sanjeev Malchikar said he filed a police complaint against the contractor. Sources say power was to be restored by around 4 p.m. on Thursday, in all likelihood leaving the affected areas without power for over 16 hours.
Indian Oil Adani gas pipeline contractor damaged the underground electricity cable. The areas were in darkness for over 5 hours on Wednesday night. Power was to be restored by around 4 p.m. on Thursday, leaving the affected areas without power for over 16 hours. On filing the police complaint, the work of the contractor was stopped. He had been told to do the tracking of the cable and then to do the work.
एकांक सुमार लायट गेली. ओके, एकांक लायट गेली जाल्यार आमी हांव एकटो स्वता येवन आयलो हांगा आनी पेट्रोल करीत आयलो कितें जालो प्रॉब्लम. आनी आमच्या हांगा 3 केबल गेल्या. कदंबा सबसिडी वयल्यान हर्बर आनी बोगदा 3 केबल गेले आमचे. सो हांगा पळयत जाल्यार हांचें काम चालू आसा. तांकां सांगलें बाबा कितें जालां कळ्ळें तुका. मागीर आतां पळोवपाक गेले जाल्यार 3 केबल डॅमेज केले. 3 केबल डॅमेज केल्या टोटली. आतां एस्केवेशन चालू आहा आमचें काम. एस्केवेशन चालू आहा. सो केबल पयलीं हे करता, ट्रेस करता. सो इमिडिएटली सकाळी स्टार्ट करतले काम. सो
आता खंयचे एरिया अफेक्ट जाल्ले आसा?
बायणा, टोटल मंगूर, सडा, बोगदा, वास्को गेल्ली. वास्को आमी रिज्यूम केले, रिंग फिडिंग केल्या वास्को.
खंयच्या कॉन्ट्रॅक्टरान डॅमेज केले?
अडानी गॅस पायपलायन.
तुम्ही पुलिस कंप्लेंट फायल केल्या?
पुलिस कंप्लेंट केल्या ऑलरेडी. पुलिस येवन गेले हांगा हें करून. मागीर वचून हांव रजिस्टर करतलो.
तुम्ही कॉन्ट्रॅक्टराक कितें डायरेक्शन दिलें सद्याक आतां आनी फुडें प्रिकॉशन घेवपाक बी?
हय, तांकां सांगलां आतां काम बंद करपाचें आनी विदावट ट्रॅकिंग काम स्टार्ट करपाचें. हांव तांकां सांगलां चुनो घालपाचो, ट्रॅक करपाचो केबल आनी मागीर काम करपाचें. तेजे पयलीं ना. आनी पुलिसांक इन्स्ट्रक्शन दिलां तेंचें काम बंद करपाचें टोटल.
सद्या तांचें काम बंद आसा?
काम बंद आतां सद्या काम बंद जालें.
तुमकां फॉल्ट मेळ्ळो आसा?
फॉल्ट आमकां आतां खबर आहा हीच लोकेशन, बट आमी सकाळी कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर येतलो, ट्रॅक करतले आमी जॉईन करतले.
अंदाज कितल्यांक सुमार येवंक शकता?
अंदाज बाय इवनिंग आमी ट्राय करतले, दनपारा बीन ट्राय करतले मॅक्सिमम, बट बाय इवनिंग श्योरली हमारी.
थैंक यू.
अभी पुलिस आया, पुलिस लोग आया, देखा वो लोग चला गया. हाँ, अभी ये अच्छा रास्ता बनाया था, वो भी रास्ता फोड़ा भी लोग. हाँ, इसका जवाब कोई नहीं है. अंगूर नहीं है, सड़ा नहीं है. अभी इसका जवाबदारी है कौन? अभी छोटा छोटा बच्चा लोग घर में है. अभी हमको भी नींद है. देखा तो ऊपर से चोरी हो रहा है. मंगूर में इधर मंगता उधर हर जगह पे. और मेन प्रॉब्लम ये जगह पे, सब जगह पे चोरी हो रहा है. इसका जवाबदारी देगा कौन? इन लोगों के टाइम टेबल है, जब मंगता भी खड्डा मार रहा है, सब क्लियर कर रहा है. तो इसका वो है कौन जवाबदारी? इसलिए हमारा कुछ नहीं है बाबा. हम लोग को तकलीफ हो रहा है, बड़ा लोग कुछ नहीं है. छोटे छोटे आदमी लोग बच्चा है, छोटे छोटे बच्चा पैदा वाला है, वो लोग क्या करेगा इस टाइम पे?
Kalangut villagers on Wednesday demanded immediate action against illegal pubs and dance bars operating in the village, as this was disturbing the peace of Kalangut village. At night, Kalangut Road turns into dens of pimps and touts hunting who they alleged fleece and loot tourists. According to them, there are around 18 to 20 pubs and dance bars operating in and around Kalangut village in the garb of bars and restaurants. The villagers complained that most of the business in Kalangut are run by outsiders and demanded an immediate crackdown on these illegal businesses.
Kalangut villagers on Wednesday demanded action against illegal pubs and dance bars. At night, Kalangut roads turn into dens of pimps and touts hunting who they alleged fleece and loot tourists. Villagers said that they will take the law into their own hands if the illegal activities are not stopped by the village panchayat within the next 15 days. Reacting to charges leveled by a woman after her son was brutally attacked by 3 Kalangut youth on May 8th, the villagers said that the woman was misguiding the people. They alleged that the woman was working as a bouncer in one of the nightclubs at Kalangut and said that some youth from Kandalim were operating as tourist guides and fleecing the tourists visiting the beach. Many women who were also present warned that villagers will take the law into their own hands if the illegal activities are not stopped by the village panchayat within the next 15 days.
माझी मागणी हा एसपीक आणि तो हेच आमच्या सीएमाक जो होम मिनिस्टर आहा ताका हेचेर पयलीं यांची फुटेज घेवची. आणि हांगासर पळय जो हॅरेसमेंट चलता, ट्युरिस्टांक पळय लुटतात. आमी म्हणटा गोंयांत ट्युरिस्ट ना, ट्युरिस्ट येतले कशे? ट्युरिस्ट हांगा येतात, पयलीं हे ते दिता म्हणटा भितर व्हरतात, तेंचे मोबायल चोरतात आमचे भांगार व्हरतात सगळे लुटतात आनी ते वयतात ते गोंया नेक्स्ट टायम गोंय येतात ते डायरेक्ट फेसबुकार घालतात गोंया लुटता गोंयकार लुटता ना 99.9 कित्याक म्हणटा 1% सोडटा एक दातलो एक आप्पोल कुसलोलो आसतलो 99.9% हे सगळे भायले आनी स्पेशली कान्हय आराडे हे सद्या कोंगडचे कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीनी एकच कहो जाल्लो आहा आमकां हे हांव म्हणटा सगळेच जाणटे म्हणिना तितूंतले 70-80% तेय भायले आहा तितूंतले नाका आसले जाल्यार तांकां कितें जाता आतांची जी पिढी येयला न्हू तांकां शॉर्टकट मानी जाय गायडींग डाउट्स इलिगल एक्टिविटीज तांकां फास्ट पयशे
दोगा धाकटुल्या भुरग्यांक घेवन देडाक ती हांगा कित्याक येयली Now we all know the issue is all our businesses are finished by these dance bar people who are not from Goa but they are linked to minister. तुमकां सगळ्यांक खबर आसतली बाबून वो डिस्को उकोडलेलो म्हणून चेड्यान हा वाटेर रावन लडकी मागता है अरे बाबा आमच्या बायलांक भायर सरोंक मेळना भुरग्यांक ट्युशनाक वचोंक मेळना आमचे धंदे पाड जाल्या आनी हे 5 जाण डान्स बार ओनर जोडटा कोणाक दिता ते विचारिनाकात कित्याक पुलीस एक्शन घेयना आनी कांयच जायना हा ऊपर से प्रेशर ऊपर से कोण ने हांव सीएमाक एकूच रिक्वेस्ट करता तुवें पळय 20 करोड काडलेले आहा देवळां बांदपाक ते हे पोजोडपण पयलीं आमकां काबार कर गोश्टीत देवळां बांदूंक वचो नाकाय ही संस्कृती आमची आता कासिनोन थी मेन रोडार हा कासिनो हाडले बरे तुम्ही येद्या व्हडल्या बिल बोर्ड घाल्ल्या विथ अ गर्ल इन अंडरवेअर डान्सिंग ऑन अ पोल वाय शुड आवर चिल्ड्रन लुक एट दॅट
15 दिसाचो टाइम हक्के इल्लीगल बंद जावपाक जाय हांगासर
Ashmita Polji for Herald TV.
Goa Medical College and Hospital has rusticated 4 medical students for assaulting and purportedly ragging a Goan students in the boys' hostel. Health Minister Vishwajit Rani said they had been rusticated from their classes and from the hostel. Goa Medical College and Hospital Dean Dr. Shivanand Bandekar issued an order rusticating 4 third-year MBBS students Ayush Mangal, Nityam Chandra, Rishabh Marmat and Muhammad Uwais from the boys' hostel for 3 months for assaulting another student.
Goa Medical College and Hospital has rusticated 4 medical college students for assaulting and purportedly ragging a Goan student in the boys' hostel. Health Minister Vishwajit Rani confirmed that 4 students were rusticated. The students have been rusticated from their classes and from the boys' hostel for 3 months for assaulting another student. However, Herald TV found that the students were still on campus.
गालियां वगैरह धमका रहा है गेट बंद करके जा रहा है बाहर से हाँ बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया बहुत अच्छी बात है वीडियो बनाओ बहुत अच्छी बात है पहले आके मैं धमका दो लोगों को
incident which there was an inquiry committee put up by the dean and this was also reported in the media. So based on that they have been suspended for 3 months. Academically that's the procedure that has to be followed. They have been suspended from the hostel also and also suspended from academics for 3 months.
छोड़ा तो मुझे कितनी बार बोला था पकड़ पकड़ के मार रहे थे मुझे
24 hours ago, 4 students were rusticated by the dean and the authorities of the GMC because of their behavior. A is that they were found ragging and they had also assaulted some students. Hence, action was taken by the dean and they were rusticated. However, I tried to speak to several students here, but they refused to speak on this issue. Health Minister Vishwajit Rane also spoke on the issue and he said a strict action will be taken, and he has said that this such act will not be tolerated in future. This is Clinton D'Souza at the GMC for Herald TV.
To pay tribute to Mangesh Gaonkar and Dilip Velip, who had died during the United Tribal Association agitation in 2011, the association will commemorate their lives on May 25th at Institute Menezes Braganza, Panjim. The UTA have put forth their request before the Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant and Prime Minister Narendra Modi regarding making Govind Gaudi the tribal minister and hastening with political reservation and the tribal Bhavan work.
To pay tribute to the tribals who had died during the agitation in 2011, UTA will commemorate their lives on May 25th. The Utah has requested the Chief Minister and Prime Minister regarding making Govind Gowdy the tribal minister. Utah has also requested for hastening with political reservations and the tribal Bhavan work.
25 मे ह्या दिसा बाळ्ळेच्या आंदोलनात आमचे दोन भाव लेख मंगेश गांवकर आणि लेख दिलीप वेळे हे त्यांचे बलिदान झाले आसा. आपल्याला जे घटनेनुसार जे अधिकार असतात जे 12 मागण्या आम्ही सरकारा मुखार दवरल्यो त्या मागण्या खातीर आंदोलन आम्ही बाळ्ळे 4 रस्ता एक दिसाक बंद दवरलें. यशस्वी आंदोलन जालें आणि ताजे नंतर हे आंदोलन सोंपल्यानंतर मंगेश आनी दिलीप हांकां जाळून मारले आणि ह्या ट्रायबल लोकांच्या दृश्टीन ते आमचे शहीद जाल्ले असे 2 कार्यकर्ते आसात. दर वर्सा 25 मे हो प्रेरणा दीस म्हणून गोंयभर ताजी आमी याद दवरतात आणि मुठा संघटना आणि ट्रायबल डिपार्टमेंट ह्या दोगांच्या मार्फत हो दीस त्यांच्या उल्हासा खातीर श्रद्धांजलीचो दीस म्हणून आमी आठवण करतात. की ट्रायबल डिपार्टमेंट जे आसा ते एक स्वतंत्र डिपार्टमेंट आमचे ट्रायबल मिनिस्टर आसा ते गोविंद गावडे जेणी केल्ले त्या कामां सुद्दां 5 वर्सां बरें काम केल्लें आसा, बरी योजना काडली आसा आणि तळागाळा हे डिपार्टमेंट पावोवपाचो प्रामाणीक प्रयत्न केलो आसा आणि अत्यंत लोकप्रिय असे हे एसटी समाजा भितरले लिडर आसा. तांचे कडेन हे खातें दिवचे अशी आमी तांचे कडेन मागणी केल्ली आसा. आनी कॉर्पोरेशन ही ट्रायबल लोकां खातीर काम करता आसा. ही परवरेच्या ह्या गोमंतक गव्हर्मेंट समाजाच्या जागे सज्जीत जमीन आमकां त्या परवरेच्या पुनर्न दिल्ली आणि म्हणून गोंयच्या 12% लोकांनी मागणी आसा ट्रायबल भवन आसा जात ते बेगीन जावचें माननीय मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी आपण लक्ष घालून जे काही सोपस्कार जावपाचें उरलां गेल्ले वर्सा बजेटरी प्रोविजन सुद्दां केल्ले आसात. आमी तेंचे अभिनंदन करता पण हो प्रोजेक्ट जाता तसो बेगीन कमेस जावचो अशी आमची मागणी आसा. जे सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन आसा उदाहरण पॉलिटिकल रिजर्वेशन ना, ट्रायबल शेड्यूल्ड एरिया ना, ट्रायबल कावन्सील ना, हे प्रश्न जे आसात ते सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन आसा आणि म्हणून प्रायम मिनिस्टरान आमच्यो गोंयच्या ट्रायबल लोकांचो आवाज पावचो कळचे फिलिंग्स कळचे म्हणून माननीय मुख्यमंत्र्या कडेन आमी प्रायम मिनिस्टरा कडेन सुद्दां आमचे डेलिगेशन आणि त्याने वचचे अशी तांचे कडेन आमी एक रिक्वेस्ट केल्ली आसा.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
Is fish which comes to Goa under the cover of darkness free from formalin? While most of the Goans buy fish from the market during the day, non-Goan fish vendors do business by the roadside after sunset. The fish they sell comes from Hubli, Andhra Pradesh and other places from across the border. The variety of fish they sell, mostly the rahu and katla, is not available in the local market during the day but sold at a rate of around ₹100 per kg by migrant fish vendors. The big question is this fish formalin free? Why is it not sold during the day in the local market?
Is fish which comes to Goa under the cover of darkness free of formalin? While most of Goans buy fish from the market during the day, non-Goan fish vendors do business by the roadside after sunset. The fish they sell comes from Hubli, Andhra Pradesh and other places across the border.
का कस्टमर ज़्यादा करते हैं और तुमको मालूम नहीं कि इसमें फॉर्मलिन है या का नहीं
रहता है ऐसा
नहीं रहते.
फॉर्मलिन रहेगा तो मालूम पड़ेगा ना. थर्मोकोल का बॉक्स में आता है तो नहीं रहेगा. वो आइस पैकिंग आता है पूरा.
और जब तुम लेता है वो तुमको थर्माकोल बॉक्स से ही देता है. वो
थर्मोकोल बॉक्स से वही पैकिंग का आता है ना.
थर्माकोल बॉक्स से ही देता है वो.
और एक जगह से हुबली से भी आता है माल. ज्यादातर हुबली से आता है कर्नाटक में. हुबली से ज्यादा आता है.
ये अभी उधर समुद्र का मच्छी है या उधर
नदी का तालाब बड़ा तालाब रहता है ना.
तालाब में ये डलता है और बाद में पानी ये
जाल से निकलता है.
जाल से निकल के इधर भेज देते हैं.
ये मच्छी ज्यादा हुबली का है. कर्नाटक मतलब आंध्र का था ना पहले से. अभी लेट बोल के हुबली का मच्छी ज्यादा हो रहा है. हुबली में तालाब हो ना कर्नाटक, उधर से मच्छी ज्यादा आता है इधर.
और तुमको मिलने के बाद तुम कैसे अभी समझो ये आता है और ये
माल अभी आया, आज ही आया।
हाँ,
ये
माल अभी आया। ये अभी और अभी तो सेल नहीं है, तो तुम कैसे रखता है वो?
आइस में,
आइस में
मतलब जितना बचेगा वही आइस में रखना पड़ेगा ना।
हाँ, आइस में रखता है।
अभी 2-4 दिन बचा तो आइस में रहेगा।
2-4 दिन तक आइस में
2-3 दिन रहता है, 3 दिन के बाद नहीं रहेगा, फिर नरम होता है मच्छी।
Elvis Sequeira for Herald TV.
Nearly 60% of the desilting work of the Santinis Creek has been completed, said CCP Commissioner Agnello Fernandez. The creek has been cleared of all kinds of garbage such as mud, bottles, plastic and debris. Soil taken from the creek has been segregated and kept for drying and will be cleared before the onset of monsoon, while some of it will be used as fertilizer.
Nearly 60% of the desilting work of the Santinis Creek has been completed, said CCP Commissioner Agnello Fernandez. The creek has been cleared of all kinds of garbage. Soil taken from the creek has been segregated and kept for drying. The soil will be cleared before the onset of the monsoon, while some of it will be used as fertilizer.
Desilting, as you can see, the work is going on. About 60% of it is already been desilted. We have removed tons of garbage and all kinds of garbage that was there, from bottles to plastics to all other silt and mud and debris. We have
saying that all the desilting, whatever you are taking the mud from the creek is dumped.
It is not dumped, it is placed there for drying purpose.
Because the rain is coming.
Rain will, before that will clear it. If you take wet soil directly from the creek, it is going to create havoc on the roads. You will get water all over the roads. Besides that, wet silt is much more heavy than dry. So we kept it for the drying purpose. Of course, it's unseasonal rain, but whatever. We will be lifting it up and taking it away. Most of it is going to be used actually for fertilizers, because actually it's good fertilizers. The plastics, the glass and metal is removed.
Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
Walpai Power Department line helper Sanjay Gaonkar died of electrocution while repairing the power line at Kankire. The family has refused to accept the body unless the electricity department provides a written assurance by the electricity department officials. Gaonkar leaves behind his young family with 2 little children. The assistant engineer along with the executive engineer discussed the matter at Walpai CSC Hospital.
Walpai Power Department line helper Sanjay Gaonkar died of electrocution. Gaonkar was repairing the power line at Kankre. The family has refused to accept the body unless the electricity department provides a written assurance.
त्याचे 3 वर्षाचे लहान जाणटे आवड ताका भाव कोण ना तो एकटोच मेळोवपी आतां तेजे आतां फुडें प्रॉब्लेम कितें
ना ते डिपार्टमेंट आसतना तुमी हें करपाक गरज ना आमी आसा तुमचे फाटल्यान सगळे
आसा सर कित्याक तुमी रिटर्न आमकां दिया
कितें जें कितें मेळटा न्ही तें मेळटलें तुमकां डेफिनेटली
ना मेळटलें ते रिटर्न दिल्या शिवाय आनी आमी हें आसा अगतीक आसा सर कित्याक फाल्यां मागीर आमी पयलीं सुद्दां जाली म्हूण कितले दीस हें करतली फायल म्हणून बाबडी खंय
तुमी वचपाक गरज ना
कितें तरी तुमी आमकां दिया
एसिस्टंट इंजिनियर थंयचो हांव एक्झिक्युटीव इंजिनियर थंयच्यान आयलो आमचो
बरोबर
तुमी सर म्हणटा तितली आमी हांगा एक वर रावले कोणूच नाका तुमचो इंजिनियराचे कोण ना थंय हांगाच फक्त सिव्हिलाक तुमच्या लायन
सर एक तेंची केस आहा न्हू आतां कितें तें भुरगें ल्हान आहा न्हू तुमचें कितें तें केस काडली जाल्यार बाकीच्यो फॉर्मेलिटी मॅटर ताका बरोवन घेवपाची गरज ना हें कितें तेका जॉब तुमी लायनीन दिता न्हू ही सब स्पेशल केस दवरल्यार मातशें इमिडिएटली कितें तरी असो विशय करूंक जायना बाकी काही मॅटर येता ताका
तेजेच कितें परमिशन त्या प्रमाणे
Sachin Gawas for Herald TV.
Taking note of Herald TV news coverage about the potholes on the Atal Setu Bridge, PWD Minister Nilesh Kabral has said that the bridge is not under the jurisdiction of the PWD department, but that of the GSIDC, which was involved in the construction of the bridge. He, however, said that his department is available to provide the technical expertise for the same.
PWD Minister Nilesh Kabral has said that the Atal Setu Bridge is not under the jurisdiction of the PWD. Kabral said that the PWD department can provide their expertise on the Atal Setu Bridge. Kabral has also said that the PWD department will set up an underground cable to avoid interruption of water during power outage. The PWD department will also take up digging work in Marga on priority basis for sewage connections during monsoons.
अटल सेतू जो आसा वो आमचो ब्रिज म्हणजे PWDचो न्ही तो GSIDCन बांदला पटून सांगता तुमकां पयलीं सांगलें आतां तेजो इश्यू हांवें पयला प्रेसा भितर येता तितून भितर ज्यो गोश्टी जाता पळय दामोर भावान वयता पळय मद्रासाक दिल्ले आसा सो ते भशेन ते रिपोर्ट दितले पळय आमी टॅक्निकल एक्सपर्टीज दिवपा जाल्यार ताका दिता म्हणून GSIDC we will try to put underground cable because what is happening, it is not a single plant. In Saloli, underground cable to the dedicatedly 33 kV station has been taken. On a similar line, we will work out a mechanism to take directly from the substation to the PWD station for water supply. What happens, even if it goes for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, the entire disruption happens and the mechanism comes to a standstill. This I was aware when the PWD, when I was the power minister also, we were trying to improvise. And we had formulated tenders that time to have the PWD. Now I become PWD minister, so I will take it up and we will see dedicated feeders for us in water supply. Dedicated feeders, underground feeder from the substation which is close by and make it underground because overhead Goa there is a lot of almost 60% tree growth. So we have a lot of disturbances on the overhead line. So that's why the water gets affected. It is not because there is no power. It is because the disturbance in the overhead line. So we will work out a mechanism over a period of time and put underground cable in wherever required in dedicated.
The tussle over the Dean of the Goa Medical College has ended for now, with Vishwajit Rani having his way. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant on Wednesday said the present Dean, Dr. Shivanand Bandekar, would continue in the GMC. He also said that the present agency appointed for operations and management of the Aguada jail premises will be continued.
Goa Cabinet on Wednesday decided to summon the Goa Assembly on July 11, 2022. The present agency appointed for operations and management of the Aguada jail premises will be continued. Pumps for mining companies would also be taken over by PWD and WRT and used for pumping out water. Regarding mining pits, Chief Minister Pramod Sawant said mining companies were told not to remove their pumps and if required, the PWD and WRT would take these over and operate them to prevent any issues during monsoon in the context of disaster management.
Summoning of the provision of the Legislative Assembly from the 11th of July, 11 July Assembly summon केल्या.
Amendment sir.
ती मागे ठरतं ABDRC. It is an IT support services in the power department. Like a continuation दिला for the next another 1 year. Sorry. IT services we are providing in the power department. Central government scheme actually, आम्ही त्याका already engaged केले. They are working in our power department. त्याका 1 more year extension. Approval for the appointment of the operation and management agency for the physical agreement. Selected period for the maintenance of the Aguada jail board. Aguada jail board जो agency select झाली, त्याका continue करतात. Disaster management सगळ्यांची फाटल्या दिसांनी आम्ही meeting घेतल्या. आता we are concerned म्हणजे आमचा खबर असा. आताच्या घडी आम्ही 12 ची नोटीस इश्यू केल्या उपरांत काही जणांनी थोडेसे आपले पंप्स बी तिथे काढपाक सुरुवात केली. पण आम्ही त्याका सांगला रिगार्डिंग द डिवॉटरिंग खातीर पंप्स जे आसा पळय ते आताच्या घडी काडचे न्ही. म्हणजे सेपरेटली काल DMG हांव CS डिजास्टर मॅनेजमेंटाची वेगळी मिटींग घेवन येयली ताजेर डिजास्टर सेल जो आसा पळय इज वर्किंग वेळ पडला जाल्यार तांचे पंप हेचे सगळे आमी रिक्विजीट करतले अंडर द डिजास्टर आनी वील पर्सनली सपोज ते जर करपाक तयार नासत सुद्दां जाल्यार आमी तें काम करतले आपले WRD डिपार्टमेंट आनी PWD डिपार्टमेंट हे दोनूय डिपार्टमेंट्स टेक ओवर करून सगळे काम जे आसा मॅनेज करतले.
Prasad Polchi for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.